7-day challenge. I'm so proud of you. I'm so incredibly proud that you've taken this journey. So congratulate yourself. Bit of a pat on the back, bit of a pat on the other side of the back, and a very generous pat inside your heart. Okay? So today we're going to do something a little bit challenging. So you really, as always, need to take care of your own body. If you feel like you need a little bit more of a warm-up, stop, do some sun salutations that we learnt the other day, the one that I was in Ullering when I was filming outside, and then you might be able to just get a little bit warmer. Okay? Today we've got the waves playing on the music, and I really like to do yoga to different types of music. I know a person that does yoga to Metallica, and he really enjoys it. So just as always, finding what suits you. Alright, so let's get into it. Firstly, we need to ground ourselves. Oh, big beautiful breaths. At this stage, you should be able to follow your own breath. We should feel as though we can ground ourselves very easily. We know that we need to lengthen our spine. We know we need to breathe right down into the bottom part of our lungs. And setting your intention for your practice. And gently opening your eyes. We're going to get right into it today. So starting to do some cat-cow stretches. Ooh. This is a block, by the way. You might need it for a little bit later. It's okay if you don't have a block though. We can modify things all the time. So let's do some cat-cow stretches. Breathing in, stretching, open the front of the body. And stretching the back. Opening up. Big breath in. And squeeze the front of the body. One more time, open up. And squeeze. And coming into a neutral spine, having a look at your right heel. And around to the other side. Coming back into the middle, tuck the toes, lift the knees, coming to downward facing dog. Do some running dog. Keep the belly nice and engaged when we do this. And stretch the heels down. Look in between the hands, step the right foot in between the hands. Come on up into a nice high lunge. Bring the back heel down, swivel into a warrior two. Lift the back heel back up, swivel around, up, back into your warrior one, a high lunge. Hands back down, step back into your downward facing dog. Look in between the hands, step the left foot in between the hands, coming up into your high lunge, or warrior one. Coming into warrior two, bring the back heel down. Arms are parallel to your shoulders. And stretch forwards and stretch backwards, really opening up the chest. Lift the back heel, coming back up into your warrior one. Coming back down, step the front foot back into down dog again. Coming forwards into plank. Bending the elbows to the back of the mat, coming down into chaturanga. Push back into a nice cobra. So we're really starting to open up the front part of the body. And we're really starting to come into our back bend sequence. If you feel like you need to warm up your back a little bit more, stop the movie and do the previous sequence that I just did before. Awesome sun salutations. Gently come down onto your elbows and bring the forearm around. So we're bringing the right hand under the shoulder and the left hand across. We're going to bend the back leg and we're going to hold the foot. Keep a nice big open chest. When I was thinking about doing this last one, I thought, oh, I've got so much more I want to teach you. There's so many things that haven't actually done in this series, so we might be able to do another one at some stage. And drop that leg down, then we're going to swap over. One thing that I am putting together for you at the moment, I'm having a bit of fun making some home yoga cards, and I'm painting them myself, so things are a little bit messy around the house at the moment. I'm having so much fun with it. And bring that one down, and then just resting back in child's pose for a few moments. And then gently coming on up, we're going to lie on our bellies again. Coming into a cobra. The next one I'm going to do is I'm going to bring both of my legs up and hold onto my feet. So if your back doesn't feel like you can do that yet, you will be able to at some stage, but you just need to work it up to it. Just come back into doing this cobra. It's always a slight bend in the elbows, remembering. Okay, so coming on down, again, remembering, come into that cobra if you don't want to do the full bow pose. So holding onto the ankles, holding onto the other ankle. Tuck the shoulder blades together and lift the knees and the chest. Gently coming back down and pushing back into child's pose. Gently coming on up. And this is where you might need a little bit of a prop. We're going to bring the knees apart a little bit. And we're going to sit our bottom down in between our feet. If your bottom doesn't touch the ground, bring a block and sit on the block. When I didn't have a block at home, I used to use, a phone book or something like that. The other thing that you can do is you can put a bolster or a big pillow, whatever you made for the restorative session we did the other day, so you can sit on that. Okay? If your knees hurt a lot, cross your legs. Just like that. Okay? We need to be very, very mindful to not hurt ourselves. When you're comfy here, start coming back. Taking some time. If your bottom is touching the ground, you might like to start coming back a little bit more. Or maybe on the block, or maybe with the bolster. If you're comfortable here, start coming all the way down. And if you're comfortable here, the arms can come above the head. Bringing the hands back, pushing up onto the elbows, and gently coming back, bringing the legs around, and just shaking out the legs a little and rolling the ankles. Just getting all the flow back into the legs. Actually, an idea I had yesterday was I really want to put a little meditation movie together for you. So I might try and do that tomorrow and send it as a little bonus for you. Okay, stay here and move if you need to. Otherwise we're going to have a big fold forwards because we've had these big back bends and we need to counter stretch them. Okay, so just pulling the muscles around from your bottom so you can really sit evenly on your bottom. Relax the underneath of your knees and your thighs. Stretch your hands up to the sky. Big, big breath in. Lengthen as much as you can. And then folding forwards from the hips. Gently coming on up, stacking each vertebrae on top of the other as you come up. Coming to lie on your back, bring the knees as close into the bottom as you can. Placing the hands next to your hips, keeping the knees and the feet hip distance apart this time, and just letting the hips come up gently. Tuck the chin into the chest. We're going to take this to quite a few different levels today. So you just see which level that your body wants to do today. I always find myself closing my eyes when I do yoga at home so I don't see all the washing that's around. I'd love to know if you've carved out a little beautiful sacred place for yourself as well. I'm not able to do that at the moment. I've done it quite a few times and it always ends up being I don't know, a place to play Lego or something or other. And just gently bring the spine back down to the ground. Bring the knees into the chest. Have a little rock from side to side. Okay, all good. Bring the feet in towards the bottom again. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come up into the full wheel pose. So if you don't want to do that today, it's absolutely okay. Just come into the bridge pose that we did before. So the bridge pose was this one, just the same as the one that we did before. If you feel confident, your back feels awesome today, all nice and warm, bring the hands next to the ears. Bring the feet closer into the bottom, the elbows get tucked in, and we just gently rise up. You can come and rest on the top of your head if you need to. And then just gently coming down when you're ready. Be very careful of your neck and roll the spine down just as we did in the last pose. All okay? Wow, congratulate yourself. Bring your knees into your chest again, just rolling side to side. Okay, bringing the feet down to the floor again. We're going to grab our block once more, or, like I said before, whatever you're using for your block. We're just going to place the block underneath our tailbone. So do you see I'm placing it lengthways that way? So just making sure that it's in a really nice, relaxing spot. So you can relax your thighs, you can relax your hips. Oh, I love this pose. It's so lovely. So this is one of the restorative poses that we do. And with the restorative poses, we just try to stay in it for a little bit longer. Relax across the shoulders and the chest. If your back's very comfy here and you've got a proper block, you might like to just let the block come up a little. Can you see there? And if you're comfortable here, you might like to bring the block to its full extent. So the feet need to be quite close into the in towards the torso. Lift as high as you can, and make sure that the block's sitting really, really comfortably against the tailbone. To very gently take this away. Lift up onto the tippy toes and relax on down. Stretch the left leg out along the floor straight and bring the right knee in. Bring the sole of the right foot onto the left knee. And then we're just going to do a lovely twist around. The right knee comes down towards the floor. I like to bring my hand on top of the knee. Left hand out to the, right hand out to the side. And you can look to the right as well if that's okay with your neck. Just making sure that this right foot has something to rest on. You might even want to bring your block underneath your knee so it's got something to rest on as well. Just gently untwisting your amazing body. Bring that right knee into the chest again, and then let it come down to the floor. The left knee into the chest. Back bends are so incredibly beneficial for mainly our internal organs. They're very, very good for making sure our internal organs work really, really well. Extremely good to strengthen the back and the muscles around the spine, and very good to counteract that hunched look that we often get if we're spending lots of time driving or around, hunched over computers or desks, or we just spend a lot of time hunched forwards. So to counteract our daily life and bend back is really nice sometimes. Okay, the left foot's coming to the right knee. I like to hold that. Might need to move your block. You used it before. And twist around. Relax the shoulders down. The left hand comes out. You can gaze to the left if you choose to. And whenever I'm in these big, beautiful twists, I do a scan of my body. And I see which muscles I'm holding on to. And I just ask them to relax, and our body can easily get into a pose then. And then you can feel the full benefit of the twist. Gently coming back into the middle, bringing that knee into the chest. And bringing both knees in. And just bringing your legs down, grabbing your eye pillow, grabbing your blanket if you've been using it. And rest. So spending this time really feeling as though you can relax the whole spine down. Oh, it's such a beautiful feeling. Feeling well, feeling strong, feeling healthy. Use your breath to relax the muscles. Take yourself on a journey inside your own body. And just go through with awe, with absolute amazement at how incredible your body really is. How lucky we are that we breathe and we don't need to think about it. How lucky we are that our heart beats even when we're asleep. How lucky we are we have a sense of smell. We can smell the incense, we can smell the roses, typically. We can smell a cooking roast on a Sunday afternoon. We can smell that beautiful smell of a baby's hair. How grateful we are that we can see. How grateful we are that we can hear. And then just remembering how special our body is and treating it as a temple. Treating it with the dignity that it deserves. Your body is incredibly special, incredibly precious. Thank you so much for joining me on this amazing journey. I really do appreciate it. Please stay here, resting for as long as you like. Namaste.